Hey guys, this is Matimio, and today I'm here bringing you some Battlefield Bad Company 2. And this actually video was a request from one of my subscribers. They wanted to see a defensive video where I use a wide variety of different weapons. And I don't do a lot of defensive videos because I'm not really a fan of playing defense on Rush, just for the fact that I feel like I'm camping a lot. And if you are a frequent viewer of my videos, you will know that I just don't really enjoy camping, but I do listen to you guys, and so I figured that I would make this video because someone requested it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. So for this first base, I find using the Assault class to be pretty much the most effective out of all the classes, just for the fact that you can just keep constantly throwing grenades and your 40mm at the enemy, and because there's a giant choke point, just the way that the map is laid out, it makes it really difficult for the offensive team to actually get past this tree, really. And a lot of people actually like to chill by that tree, so just throwing a couple of grenades near it or around it usually gets you some nice double kills. And really, that's my only advice for this second base, because I mean it's a gigantic choke point, and really you just got to make sure that no one's flanking. And if you do that, your team usually will be victorious, and you can usually hold them off. Now, this third base, I would have to say, is probably the hardest base to defend against, just because of the fact that all of your cover can be destroyed by an RPG, 40mm, or a tank. And when your cover's blown, it is a lot harder to actually defend against, or just defend the MCOM station in general. But if you're not getting blown up by a tank, I would recommend just actually defending the house where the MCOM station is located, on the, I guess, the right side for you if you're on defense, and just bouncing between that building and the one behind it when you need to fall back. I find this is pretty effective because the enemy has a hard time tracking where you're actually at, and you can get some nice flanks for people that are going for the B point. And but really, my main thought or mindset for this base is to just try to kill as many people as possible and last as long as possible until they actually take the two MCOM stations, and so that we can make our final stand at the fourth base. And the reason for this being is the fact that I think that the fourth base is probably the easiest one to defend, just for the fact that, actually I'll get to that later, but I think it's definitely the easiest one to defend. And so, like I said, my main mindset for the third base is to just try to last as long as possible and support my team, and really just try to hold off for the fourth base. Now, like I mentioned earlier, you're definitely going to want to try to abuse the buildings to your advantage. And like you can see here, I'm shooting from one angle, and then I move to another, I jump through a window and start firing through there, and then I'll change positions quickly. And this really just allows you to confuse the enemy, and also when you're inside of a building, it makes it a lot harder for them to shoot you, and a lot easier for you to shoot them. You're a smaller target, and of course they're going to be a larger target because they're not, around environment. And it just makes it a lot easier to defend that third base. Now, the main reason why I was claiming that the fourth base is probably the easiest base to defend for this map is for multiple reasons. The first reason being the fact that when you spawn on defense, you're going to be spawning at the top of the hill, and when you spawn on offense, you're going to be spawning at the bottom of the hill. This right off the bat gives you a lot of advantages. When you're shooting down on an enemy, it's a lot easier to get headshots, and also when you're getting shot at, it's really easy to just backpedal and use the environment to cover you. Unlike when you're on offense, when you're trying to actually push up the hill, you're usually going to be pretty exposed because there's really no terrain protecting you, like a hill. And really, whenever you're out in the open, you're probably not going to last very long. Also, there are 3 gigantic choke points that the offensive team has to try to get past. And in between these giant choke points are 2 plateaus or 2 mounds that the offensive team can just kind of chill on and pick people off pretty easily. As you can see here, I'm on one of these little mounds or plateaus, and I can quickly switch between the left and right side whenever I hear someone or I see someone get spotted, and it's pretty easy to defend against. So I would definitely recommend, if your team's having a hard time actually defending the first 3 bases, when you get to the 4th base, don't give up, because there's definitely been a lot of games where my team's been in trouble, and we've been able to rally at this fourth base and get the W, get the victory. So, but this about wraps up the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and learned a couple things. I would really appreciate it if you liked the video to thumbs up the video, and if you'd like to see more videos from me, just subscribe to my channel. But other than that, guys, have a good one and take it easy.